Today I'm going to show you how to use machine learning into your applications without much coding. You don't need to create a model and train it with huge amounts of data sets. You wouldn't need to spend a lot of GPU hours. All you'll need to do is just a few lines of code, and you'll still be able to reproduce the same results without much machine learning infrastructure. So to begin with, I'm going to show you this image. This is an image of a marketplace, and as you can see, there are lots of things going on in here. So when I pass this image through the program, it will identify the proper labels and it will tell us what's going on. So yeah, so we can see it identified the various labels like human and person, and then bazaar and market and shop. So with just few lines of code, the program was able to identify what was going on in this image. So next, we're gonna see a celebrity, and it's an image of our Prime Minister. So when I refer to his image in the code, it will identify exactly who he is with his name. So it says right here, his name. So the program was able to identify who he was. And then I'm going to show you this image of a car. So you can see it shows the license plate and it has a lot of text in this image. So when I refer to this image in the code, the program will output exactly the text, so it would be easier for us. So as you can see, it has detected the name of the car company, and then we also have it also put it the license plate number exactly as it was right here. So this was possible because of Amazon's recognition. It's a service provided by Amazon which allows us to use image analysis into our applications without any machine learning infrastructures. So all we need to do is just focus on our application, and we can leave the machine learning part to Amazon, which would be much easier, and we don't need to do a lot of tedious work, and we won't need to spend a lot of time and money on it. So with just Amazon's recognition, it would be much easier to just focus on our customers and our product. So to use Amazon's recognition, you would need to first create an AWS account. So after you create that account, you would have to create a user in Amazon's IAM, Identity and Access Management. So to create a user, you just click on Add User, and you can provide it with whatever name you want to give. So I'm just going to go with test right now, and you need to provide it with programmatic access. So for permissions is where you will give the user access to the various Amazon's services. So you have to create a group. You can call it the group whatever you want. So when you have to give it permission to use recognition. So since I already have a user permission listed right here, so I'm just going to go on with it. And you don't need to provide any tags. That's not necessary. And then you can create your user. And after you have done so, you need to download the CSV file. And this will this file holds the credentials which you need to provide your program with, so it can use the services that Amazon provides. So you need to download that CSV file. And then after you have done that, you can go on to create a S3 bucket. So S3 is Amazon's storage service which allows us to store large amount of data like images and videos. So you can just create a bucket. It doesn't have any specific rules for this. So I already have my bucket, and you need to start uploading the images onto here. So make sure your images are JPG and PNG, which would be easier for the program. And then you would need Amazon's SDK for Python, which is Boto 3. So to use Boto 3, we need to install via pip. So we need to install via pip. So after you've done that, you can start using the services. So you can just scroll to Rekognition, which would it would say all the methods for using the various parts of it. So after you've installed Boto 3, you need to import it into our application, and then we can start with providing the credentials file too. So our program can access the services, and then we can start writing our code. So we are calling the S3 bucket here, and then the name of the bucket is the name of my bucket is pictures.rekognition. So you need to provide it with the name of your bucket, and then there's the name of the file. So that's the name of my file. And then when you run your code, you would get the proper results. So thank you for watching this video, and hope this really helps. Happy Thanksgiving.